Hey guys, I'm doing a little bit of time traveling right now, so this video is actually from 2 years after the series was put together, and I wanted to take a quick moment and talk about some of the changes with ASP.NET and Visual Studio. So practically everything in the series is still valid. With ASP.NET MVC 5, Visual Studio 2015, .NET 4.6, and as you see, I'm running Windows 10 here as well. However, the templates have changed just a little bit. So before we go into the next video, when I show you guys the project structure, I want to create a project, or show you guys how to create a project for ASP.NET MVC 5, .NET 4.6 using Visual Studio 2015 community. Now, the rest of the series is still completely valid. Don't worry about that, even though we have a new version of ASP.NET MVC in the last couple of years and a new version of Visual Studio. I also want to point out that this is Visual Studio 2015 Community Edition, which is free, and I highly recommend everybody get on board with using that. Anyway, so all I'm going to do here is I'm going to come up here to new project. So this is just replacing the steps that you'll see in the first part of the next video. I'm not going to re-record the next video because the rest of it's practically still valid. So what you're going to do here is you're going to go to your templates, Visual C# Web, and select ASP.NET Web Application. Now you'll notice that there's only one option now. All the different types of templates were combined into one template in the last couple of years. So then you'll go ahead and after selecting that, you'll enter your name and you'll hit OK. You can ignore all the application insights and Azure stuff that might appear over here on the right-hand side. So then after you hit OK, you're going to get a screen that looks different than the screen that you're going to see in the next video. And so what you're going to do here is you have the options of ASP.NET 4.6 templates. You also have the option for ASP.NET 5 preview templates. Now, the series will not work with ASP.NET 5. The concepts will still be the same. Most of the classes will still be the same, but ASP.NET 5 is going to be a little bit different. There's definitely going to be an updated series once ASP.NET 5 gets out of the preview stage. Unfortunately, it's still fairly buggy and fairly new and hasn't solidified yet. Anyway, so up here under templates, we have MT Web Forms, MVC, Web API, SPA, and then two Azure things. Now, the one you're going to want to select is going to be empty, and you're going to want to check the MVC checkbox here. And you can ignore the rest of the cloud stuff, and then you can just hit OK. Don't start off with the MVC template or the Web API template or anything like that, because those are going to contain a lot more it's just going to have a bunch more stuff built into it that might conflict with some of the stuff that we're going to be doing later in the series. So just select empty, select MVC, hit OK, and then this is what you're going to get once the project goes ahead and gets created. So let's give that a quick second here. Taking a little bit longer than usual for some reason. But yeah, I do want to stress that everything in the series is still valid. So don't worry about that. And now you have this. Now, in the next video, you'll notice that in my app start, I will have two other files, a filter config and a web API config. None of those are required. Only the route config is something we're going to be messing with in this series. So it's fine that that file's the only one that's there. And then you'll notice the other two folders exist as they did before. The views has its web.doc config and everything's awesome. Now the global ASACs is going to be slightly different because we're missing those two files. But again, it doesn't matter because we have MVC already configured with these two lines of code. We didn't need those other lines of code anyway. Anyway, so the rest of the series should go on as normal. And I hope you guys enjoy it. So I guess I will see you 2 years ago in the next video.